Solving word problems involving money. Let's say Ryzen has 50 pesos and wants to buy a sandwich, a drink, and some apple. The sandwich costs 15 pesos. The drink costs 10 pesos, and the apple costs 12 pesos. How much does Ryzen spend altogether, and how much money will be left with him? We can solve this problem using the following steps. Review the given facts. Keep in mind what is asked. How much does Ryzen spend altogether, and how much money will be left? There are two steps in finding the solution. Step 1. Add the costs of all the items. Add the centavos first, then the pesos. Regroup whenever needed. So 5 plus 2 is equal to 7. 1 plus 1 plus 1 is equal to 3. Step number 2. Subtract the total cost of the items from the amount of Ryzen's money. So that would be 50 pesos minus 37 pesos. That would be 13 pesos. The final answer is Ryzen spent 37 pesos and the money left with Ryzen is 13 pesos, which is also known as the change. Now let's try to find the total amount paid and the change of the following. Let's say I have 20 pesos and I want to buy a sandwich for 12 pesos and pencils for 7 pesos. All we need to do is to just add the following. 12 plus 7 is equal to 19. Now, to check for the change, we'll just have to subtract the total amount, which is 19 pesos, from our money, which is 20 pesos. The answer is 1 peso. Now, let's say I have 100 pesos, and I'm going to buy a shampoo for 5 pesos, toothpaste for 68 pesos, and a bar of soap for 22 pesos. Again, let's just add the following. 5 plus 8 plus 2 is equal to 15. Let's bring down 5 and carry over 1. 1 plus 6 is 7, plus 2 is 9. So the total amount paid is 95 pesos. To check how much money we have left, all we need to do is to just subtract the total amount paid, which is 95 pesos, from 100 pesos. So the change will be 5 pesos. Now let's say we have 400 pesos and we're going to buy a rake for 225, a toy for 50 pesos, and shoes for 109 pesos. Again, let's just add the following. 5 plus 9 is equal to 14. Let's bring down 4 and carry over 1. 1 plus 2 is 3, plus 5 is 8. 2 plus 1 is equal to 3. So the total amount is 384 pesos. To check the change, let's just subtract 384 from 400. The answer is 16 pesos. Now, to better check your understanding, I want you to grab a pen and paper so we could try to solve these problems. For example, I gave 500 pesos for a cup of caramel frap. I received a change of 380 pesos. How much is the cost of the caramel frap? To check, let's just subtract 380 from 500. The cost of the caramel frap is 120 pesos. Mom bought a roll of cake for 299 pesos. Will she still be able to buy a toy for Raven that costs 150 if her money is 400? Why? The answer is no. That's because Mom's money is 500 pesos, and since she already bought a cake for 299, she has a change of 101 pesos. And since Mom only has 101 pesos left as her change and the toy costs 150 pesos, Mom still needs 49 pesos to be able to buy Raven a new toy. Another example is I paid 165 pesos for a box of pizza and received a change of 35 pesos. How much money did I give to the cashier? We can check our answers by adding the following. 5 plus 5 is equal to 10. Let's bring down 0 and carry 1. 1 plus 6 is 7, plus 3 is 10. Let's bring down 0 and carry 1. 1 plus 1 is 2. The answer is 200. Now I want you to quickly grab a pen and paper and take note of this price list. Using this price list, let's begin to solve these problems. Russ and Ice went out on a date. Russ bought 2 tickets to a play for 350 pesos each. Russ has 800 pesos. Do you think he could still buy Ice a pudding? If yes, how much change would he get? The answer is yes. Now let's just add 350 plus 350. We will get 700 pesos. That is the total amount paid for the tickets. We're going to subtract that from Russ's money, which is 800 pesos. So for the first change, he has 100 pesos. Now we're going to subtract the price of the pudding, which is 85 pesos. So he gets 15 pesos as change. Another example is, father bought a tool rack and rake. He gave the cashier 500 pesos and received a change of 15 pesos. How much did father spend on the rake and the rack altogether? All we need to do is to subtract his change, which is 15 pesos, from his money, which is 500. So the total amount spent is 485 pesos. Now, it's the twins' birthday, and I bought cakes and balloons. How much did the cashier charge me? Now let's just add the following. Let's bring down 0. 6 plus 5 is equal to 11. Let's bring down 1 and carry over 1. 1 plus 2 is equal to 3. The total amount charged is 310 pesos. Please remember, it is not that I am so smart, but I stay with the questions much longer.